Police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
It's so hard to say goodbye to Derek Carr. What's good? What's good? What's good? YouTube, what's good? Raider Nation. Yes. Hey, we in the building. Y'all know what we doing. You know, I'm here to give you some of that Raider gospel. And shout out to everybody in, again, YouTube. Shout out to everybody in the congregation. Hey, if you don't know what the congregation is, I'm here to explain it to you also. Okay, so if you don't know what the congregation is the chat. Okay, so if you are a subscriber of the channel, you know what I'm saying, and you are in the chat, you are considered the congregation. So anytime I say shout out to the congregation, I really do mean it. Shout out to all those that come and support Raider Twuan and the channel. Yes, sir. Hey, what I need for you guys to do is make sure you guys hit that like button. And you know, we trying to do some things over here. We on our road. We on the road to 500 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get that. We trying to smash that by week 1. You know what I'm saying? That is the goal. So if you are not a subscriber, it's completely free to do. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? And then also, you know, if you are on your phone, you know, if you're on the mobile, you know what I'm saying? All you got to do is double tap your phone, and then you'll do this.
Fucking Stizan. Twuan, hit that like button. Why? Because I like you.
That's right. Go ahead and hit that like button. Yes, sir. I see you guys in the chat. Hey, say what's good. Hey, Rob Pena, yes, is in the building. Shout out to Rob Pena. Hey, Thrash, good to see you, man. What's good with you? Hey, we're going to talk about this. I know that, you know, some people have already spoken on this, but you guys haven't heard my Raider gospel on the most recent news of Derek Carr retiring. Let me go ahead and do that. Yes, sir. So, hey, thank you guys for coming in. Give me 1 second as I get some things together. Because, you know, I got some stuff for you. You know, I got the handy dandy notebook. You know what I'm saying? I got some things for you guys for today. Yes, sir. All right. So, yeah, I got the handy dandy notebook ready. I was just reviewing it, getting it ready for y'all. And we're going to get into this, you know. the news of Derek Carr retiring. Derek Carr has retired from the NFL. And some people like it, some people, some people hate it, whatever, and that's fine. Again, within the Raider Nation is always Derek Carr. The name Derek Carr for some, it gives a bad taste. I was always on the position of I like Derek Carr. I felt like we could have, put some other things around him, made some things better team wise, and not expect for one person to carry the load. But again, that it is what it is in regards to the decisions that were made. And now Derek has retired. Unfortunately, and ironically, I'll say this. Unfortunately and ironically, is I find it ironic that a quarterback that's always been available is retiring due to an injury. We know Derek Carr, even when we thought that he wasn't going to play because of something that happened the week prior or whatever the situation may be, he was always available. So you can call him an Iron Man, until he retired or whatever the situation may be. But one thing, one of the positives that you can say in regards to Derek Carr was that he was always available. We didn't have to worry about, oh, he's not here this week. Oh, he's not going to be here this week. Oh, he's going to be here this week. Oh, he's not going to be here this week. Derek Carr was in the building. Stay hydrated. All right. But yeah, Derek Carr has done a lot for this organization. He has, been here, man. He's been with the Raiders for 9 years. And then he also played for the New Orleans Saints his last 2 years. Okay. And, they always have the question of, I'll get to that later. Let me go ahead and pull up. Let me take you back to 2000 and 2014. The Las Vegas Raiders select with the second round pick and the 36th pick of the 2014 NFL Draft. Quarterback Derek Carr, Fresno State. Coming in at 6'3", 215. Okay. My thoughts when Derek Carr was in college, because I didn't, to be honest with you, at that time I really wasn't watching a lot of college football. I watch more college football now than I did back then. But I actually did watch Fresno. And Derek was that guy that could throw the ball all over the field. As long as the line held up, we knew that Derek Carr was not a speedster, in regards to his legs. But he was able to throw to anybody and everybody. Of course, he had Devontae Adams over there, which was definitely a cheat code. There was other good wide receivers over there. There was a wide receiver. I forgot what his first name was, what his last name was, Burse. He was a really good wide receiver for Fresno State. But yeah, Derek Carr, 9 years with the Raiders. After being drafted, 2014 to 2022, he was with the Raiders. He was actually an Oakland Raider. You know what I'm saying? He was an Oakland Raider. And 23 to 24 is, New Orleans Saints. Within those years, let me see if I have let's look at, and this might be a short one, you guys, but we're gonna get through it. Within his career, Derek Carr's career statistics. Okay. Passing attempts, 5,785. Passing completions, 3,765. With a completion total of 65.1. And this is his career. This is not just with the Raiders, but his entire career. Okay. His Raider completion total, I believe I have it. Yeah, I have it on my notes. It is 64.6. Okay. So with the Raiders, it was 64.6 is his completion percentage. 257 touchdowns, 112 interceptions. Passing yards, 41,245. Okay. With a passer rating of 92.8. It's not too bad. Okay. And then, of course, his decorated things are Pro Bowls, 4 Pro Bowls. He's a 4-time Pro Bowler, 2015, 2016, 2017, and 2022. Okay. So from being Derek Carr drafted out of the, out of Fresno State, he turned into this, turned into a Raider. You see that dirt in the back, that's Oaktown, shout out to the town, he was in the town, C on his chest, okay, and then this is how it all finished for Derek Carr. Okay. Leave that up there so you guys can see that for a little bit. Within those statistics, he was the passing leader. Also, being the passing leader with the 4,958 attempts and 3,201 completions, that gave him the 64.6, which was first in completions of all Raider quarterbacks. So he was the most accurate quarterback that the organization has had. Okay. So, Jim Plunkett, Tom Flores, Hostetler, all the quarterbacks that you love, Blanda, all those quarterbacks, they weren't as accurate as Derek Carr. Okay. Those are the stats. Passing touchdowns. Okay, he's number 1 in passing touchdowns. for the Raiders. Okay. He's also in the NFL. He's number 13 in game-winning drives, and that statistic has been going since 1950. So all the quarterbacks since 1950 to today, Derek Carr is ranked number 13 in game-winning drives. Okay. The statistics are nice in regards to Derek Carr. The statistics, it looks good. And I know some people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about?" We didn't win a playoff game under Derek Carr. We didn't have too many winning seasons. I understand that and I get that, but giving honor to a quarterback that has done what he has done for the organization, and obviously what he has done is in the records, right? The things that stuck out to me in regards to Derek Carr, just reflecting on, the totality of his career with the Raiders. Derek Carr, no matter what the organization was going through, he was always the one to stand up and be the leader. He was always, when all hell broke loose in the organization, he was the one at the podium having to answer those questions. And some of those questions did not have to deal with, quarterback play. Shout out to Marcus Banks in the building. Good to see you, Marcus. Marcus, hey, Marcus, I'm actually working on a clip for you. Anytime you come in, I think I'm gonna have a clip for you, a special clip. But I got Ray Love. Hey, Ray Love. Look, hey, I got something. Look, I got something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Raider Twuan does some homework and puts in work for y'all. So make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Go ahead and find it for you. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, no, I can definitely help you out with that. Anything else? No? Just always remember, go Raiders.
That's right. You know what I'm saying? That's the Raider. You know what I'm saying? That's my Raider greet for all the people putting out Raiders. You know what I'm saying? If you put it in the chat, I'll definitely get you a go Raiders. Yes, sir. Shout out to JPJ. All right. But yeah, back to what I was saying is like, all hell broke loose. Derek Carr was at the podium. Again, some of it didn't have to deal with football. Football play of the game. Remember, he was up there at the podium having to answer all those questions in regards to Henry Ruggs. Not only that, he was at the podium and had to answer all the questions in regards to Jon Gruden. You know what I'm saying? And It's leadership. That, you know, people talk about the 2016, you know, playoff run, right? But I think it was also that 2021 playoff run that Derek Carr was under leadership. Not saying that, you know, not saying that he was the best player and he, you know, he's, you know, he put the team solely on his back. But, you know, there's a thing when it comes to leadership and keeping the team together in the midst of turmoil. Keeping them focused. Not wanting to give up. And I contribute that to Derek Carr. And some people might say, whoa, 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 what you talking about? Max Crosby was there. Okay. This is what I'm going to say about Max. Max finally stepped into the leadership that he was supposed to be. Okay. When he first came and he was playing well, he still he wasn't the leader that we see today. And shout out for Max, the progression of leadership. Even he said it in a couple of press conferences that he needs to work on being more vocal and, you know, saying, you know, saying things about, you know, what pointing things out and you know, correcting things where it needs to be corrected and being the leader. He said he had to grow into that. But until he got to that, it was Derek Carr keeping it together. So 2016 and 2021, especially 2021, because there was a lot of things going on in that 2021 season. And, you know, Derek Carr kept it together. Ray Love said, Derek Carr comeback king. Hey, look, you know, that's the reality of things. When you're scoring points, because there was a time, you guys, don't fail to forget this. There was a time, you guys, where the offense was carrying the team. And every time, you know, I forgot what year I looked it up, but it was like, you know, for an example, the offense would score 25 points, but statistically, the defense on average was giving up 27. That just sounds like losing. If you're talking about on average, the offense scores 25 and then the defense gives up 27, you know? So, you know, don't just, you know, let's not forget that there was a time when our offense was what was cooking for the Raiders. If you even want to consider it a situation where it was cooking. But, you know, hey, the statistic is I just read you guys the statistic on comeback wins, right? He's 13 out of all. Wait, let me do them. Let's do the math. Give me a second. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went to public school, so I gotta do some math here. Okay, so let's go 32, right? Because there's 32 starting quarterbacks. Actually, no, let's go here. Let's go, you know, excuse my public education here. 1950, 2025. Okay. I'm getting 75 years. 75 years from 1950 to 2025. Okay. So I'm going to take 75 times 32. That's 2,400 starting quarterbacks. Okay, and that's not backup quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw them in because that would make it even more. But let's just start with the 32 starting quarterbacks, right? So if every team got a starting quarterback. 200. Okay, because Derek Carr is included in this. So let me pull one out. So 2,399 quarterbacks. Okay. And he's 13. Out of the 2,399 quarterbacks. Okay. So yeah, comeback king is legit. Comeback king is legit. And again, he was put in a lot of those situations because look, even our and I'll say this, even our playoff berth, you know what I'm saying? Our 2021, I was in Allegiant Stadium. I saw it with my own eyes, okay? I saw Derek Carr drive down the field. You know what I'm saying? And he did one of them numbers. Let me do it again because it felt so good. He was talking to the ref, and then he went like this. And walked off. DC to DC. Okay? Let me break that down for those that ain't getting it. Derek Carr to Daniel Carlson. Okay? Field goal. Good. We in the playoffs. Okay? So, he's done that. Now, we can talk about, I know some people may come in and say, oh, Derek Carr's trash, or, he's not that good, or whatever the situation may be, or, you may not even want to watch this live, and that's perfectly fine with me. But I rather, and this is just me, I rather give him his props, not adding anything to it. What I'm giving to you are facts. You know what I'm saying? If you want to go do your homework, you know what I'm saying? Don't, Reading Rainbow would say, don't take my word for it. Okay? Which means go study it yourself. But I'm giving you facts. I'm bringing you the homework. Handy dandy notebook here for you guys. And I rather just say, hey, these were the good things about Derek Carr. And, I know right now we have Geno Smith, and he's going to be our starter, moving forward. But, we've been struggling to find a quarterback since Derek Carr left. It's been a struggle. And you know, we can go down the list. You know, we can go down the list of all the quarterbacks that didn't do well over here since Derek Carr. And unfortunately, for those that don't like Derek Carr, his name's going to be brought up a lot. Same way when Derek Carr was playing quarterback for us, a lot of people was talking about Gannon. Okay, so the conversation is still going to be had about Derek Carr. And over here at Raider Twuan, at least for me, I'm not afraid to talk about past players, good and bad. So you'll be hearing about Derek Carr when it needs to be talked about. Because I choose to cover all Raiders. And with that being said, I believe it was this guy that had these words.
That somewhere within the first 5 to 10 plays of a game, the other team's quarterback must go down. And he must go down hard.
The great Al Davis. But he also has some other words. Okay. You know, that's where we got the commitment to excellence, the pride and poise. You know, all those great terms and phrases, right? And all that he has done for the organization. And as I pull this up for you guys, shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe, because definitely is needed. He also, you know, the late great Al Davis, he also said this. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Okay? Once a Raider, always a Raider. So no matter how you feel about Derek Carr, he was drafted as a Raider. And since he is currently out the NFL, he is a Raider. And y'all, can I help those that hate Derek Carr for whatever reason it may be? Don't be surprised that you see Derek Carr back in the building. I'll just leave it there. I'll let you think about what it may possibly be. because it is on record that Mark Davis has had conversation with Derek Carr after he left the Las Vegas Raiders and told him, we got something for you. So don't be surprised if we see Derek Carr in the building once again. And I have to say this. I have to say this, and some people may not like this. If you were one of the ones that when Derek Carr was playing, contributed his play or lack of, whatever you wanted to use as a narrative, if you used it and said, oh, it's because he's a Christian, I think you need to revisit that. And I'm saying that nicely. Because as long as Derek Carr has been here, I've heard it many of times. And those who have said it know who they are. If you ever pulled a narrative, good or bad, oh, it's because Derek Carr's a Christian. God bless you. God bless you. Oh, let me also say this too. Some people don't have the mental capacity to separate. Okay? Things on this side, over here, stay on that side. This side stays on this side. What I mean by that, there's things I might say on the field that mean one thing, but if I say something in church, it might mean a whole different thing. There was a time, again, here goes another narrative. There was a time when folks saw Derek Carr preaching. Okay, and we know if you want to check out Derek Carr sermons, I've checked out a few of them, and they're pretty good. Okay, but one of his sermons, he pointed out the importance of his faith over anything. And honestly, that's where it needs to be. Here again, you know, I'm the chaplain, so I got to give you guys a little bit of the real gospel. Okay. God comes first above anything. Then everything else follows. You know that phrase, you know, some people say God, family, football. It's in that order. God first, then my family has importance, then football. So if you ever talk to somebody or you're listening to somebody, the first thing you should think about is what scenery am I in? Because if I'm in a certain scenery, that should give you the clues to exactly what I'm talking about. Let me break this down for those that may not understand again. If Derek Carr had a sermon at church and said, oh, I put football over God, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Okay. So I'm here to help. I'm here to educate. I'm here to pray for some of y'all if y'all need prayer. I'm not saying I'm the perfect. I'm not the picture of perfection at all. Okay. But I'm here to help. And if you did not know, now you know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe if you guys have not. I'm here to give you that Raider gospel and gospel when you need it. Shout out to everybody. I see you guys in. For sure. Yeah, hey, look, this was gonna be a short one. I wanted to be short, sweet, concise, and informative. I think I've done that. I gave you guys the stats. I gave you guys, you know what I'm saying? I gave you guys two different narratives that went against Derek Carr in regards to everybody that had something to say, you know, negative about him or positive about him. Let me recap that again. Your Christianity or your faith has nothing to do if you can catch a ball or throw a ball or run or any of that. Okay? Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean that you're going to have multiple Super Bowls. Okay? It just ain't going to be like that. Okay? And the narrative, again, that Derek Carr doesn't care about football because he's at church talking about how much he loves God over anything else, doing exactly what he should be doing as a Christian, it is false information. And for those that went that route, God bless you. But I also pray that you do a little more homework. All right. Hey, Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. You guys know how I feel about each and every one of you guys. I have much love for you guys. Hey, here at Raider Twuan, we are advocates for being an organ donor. So if you are interested in being an organ donor, all that information is down in the description of all my videos and lives. You guys know, hit that subscribe button. And double tap the screen for me.
Fucking Stizan.
Hey,
Twuan, hey, Twuan, hit that like button. Why? Because I like you.
And I remember this. You're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else.
Yeah, no, I can definitely help you out with that.
Welcome to the dark side.
Going up.
And let's go, Raiders.
Today is a day when our heroes of the past become our legends of the future. Time never really stops for the great ones. We wrap them in a cloak of immortality and remember what great people they were. We recognize you, Virginia Man, his sons Mike and Joey. They were a football family, so that John could pursue his dreams. Tonight is one team on the road, and a tribute to John Madden and Al Davis. We declare that the fire that burns the brightest in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.
All of those great Raider players who played for John.
Hey, Raider Twuan here. You must watch one of my videos or lives. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and it's right there. Or if you want to watch one of my videos, watch it right there. And let's go, Raiders.